Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I already shuffled. Let's see. Yeah. I feel like that drags. Like this seems to be all dragging to the end. Okay. So we got Capricorn. That was weird. Okay. What do we got going on here for y'all? So, Capricorn, coming into this situation, I'm noticing the Two of Wands on your side, which the Two of Wands makes me feel like you've made a choice. Like you had one coming in front of you. You know, go forward, do not go forward. But this is actually coming in off that choice being made. It does feel like you made the choice, but you had one in front of you. You made the choice to go forward. You didn't have to. I think that's what this is trying to say. You didn't have to, but you decided you wanted to, so you did. Good? Good. When you did... Alright, so first of all, when you did, that's justice in your favor. Justice in the situation's favor. It's good for you, but it's very good for the situation as a whole. I mean, yes, you are definitely benefiting from this, but the situation as a whole, you are lending a lot to this. You're bringing in some security and some organization to it. That seems very, very good to me. It seems like you're really adding a lot to this situation. This is the situation. There's a lot here. When you come into it, when you come into this situation, this is the effect you're having on it, is what I'm getting. The World card, the 10, nope, that's the 9. The 9 of Pentacles, and the Strength card, the organization, which I said before. You're bringing in a whole new phase. People are very happy. They feel like the situation's getting a lot stronger. It's getting more stability. It's getting like they're depending on you to organize things is what I'm also getting. Or adding to the strength of like what's being put in place to keep it in place. Like you seem to be adding to that strength to keep it where it's supposed to be. Like you're very, very, very welcome here. Because you are adding to the situation. You're very needed. You're seen as someone very stable that will help keep solidarity with the whole situation. Like, you're very, very wanted here. Okay? Okay. Why is this so intense? Like, it feels so intense. You got the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is on your side. You know that you're appreciated. You're getting signals all over the place that your connection here is very appreciated. You're getting the Six of Wands in the environment. That's victory. That's success. People really, like, it's not just smoke. It's not just smoke being blown up your butt. Like, they really do, whatever that means, actually. But, you know, they really do appreciate you, and you are adding a lot of security to the situation. Justice is here, and the situation is not allowed to go off track. When I'm getting this, the Eight of the Eight of Worlds. Nope, the Eight of Swords. Justice is right over it. It was like this is how it was in the reading. So you got the Eight of Swords being hidden by the Justice. Things are working out. You're making sure, helping to keep them in place, keep them in position, lined up correctly. Working correctly. People are feeling like they don't have the ability to be flexible. I see that. I get that. But I'm also getting like this is also creating the victory. You're not letting things move around. You're not letting things become crazy. This is where it belongs, and that's where it needs to be. And if it's not there, why is it not there? Keep it where it belongs. I feel like you're a very big influence keeping things where it belongs. Justice is happening because things are not able to be moved, because people don't think things can be moved. Technically they could, but they're under the impression that things are stuck the way they are. But that's the justice. That's why things are working out. In this situation, that is serving this situation. Okay, now, as with all things, sooner or later, everything changes, as with all things. the Wheel of Fortune comes in the environment. Things change. People want change. They feel like it's getting boring. It's just static. It's the same, same, same. They just want things to change. Okay, so it's changing. To you, I see it like if the majority rules that it needs to change, if somebody in the right position tells you it has to change, I feel you looking at this, well, if it has to change, then it has to change. That's how it is. You got the Empress with the Four of Swords, with the Eight of Wands. You're moving forward with these changes. You're trying to get comfortable with them. With the Empress on your side, you're looking at the situation as a whole, and you're just like, if it's time to change and it's going to move forward, I might as well move forward with it. You know, if the wagon's being pulled forward by the horse is in motion, you know, and somebody else is at the reins and they're making that horse go forward, I might as well just get on the wagon and just get myself together and go with it. I don't know where this wagon's going, but I want to be on the wagon. I know that much at least. I guess I'm just going to roll with it. I'm not saying I'm completely comfortable with this, but I got to keep going with it. This seems to be pulling you into the end. Like, when you keep going along, like, you're going forward with it. You're just trying to be okay with it. You're thinking about what's happening. You're not fighting against it. I don't feel like when that Four of Swords pops in, you're not fighting against it. You're going along with it. You're just trying to have that that overview of the situation. Like, it needs to go forward. It's time to go forward. I don't have control over this part. I'm just going to flow with it. I'm not going to fight against it. I'm going to go with it. The wheel has turned. And you seem very well aware that the wheel has turned. There's no fighting against it. It's not going to help you. It's just going to make your life more difficult. So I'm going to go with it. Not about wanting to or not. It's simply happening, and I'm just not going to resist it because it doesn't serve me at this point to resist it. Now, as this starts off, I'm getting the Nine of Cups. Kind of like that, though, which to me means it's good. People are a little uncomfortable. People are a little wondering where this is going, if this is smart, because when it was static and when it was locked in, things worked out the way they were supposed to. Things were good. But now that they're in this mode of transportation and of change, of things going differently, people like it because they want change, but they also are just nervous. Like, is this going to be a problem? Is this going to work out? They like it, but they're kind of nervous at the same time. The next phase here. I feel like as we keep going forward, there's more changes implemented. The King of Wands pops in the health card. The changes we're implementing have some problems. We're going to have to fix this. We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to amend this. We're going to have to fix that. Alterations are being done by the King of Wands because it has to happen. The health card is here. It has to happen. Change is happening. Everybody wanted change, and the change is happening. Well, most people wanted change. I don't know if you really wanted it, but most people wanted it. Now that it's happening, we got to adjust as we go. To ensure our success, we have to adjust as we go. I don't feel like this is where people get unhappy. I feel like you're still rolling with it. I feel like you're still just going with it. Like, all right, y'all want change. We got to go with it now. The Nine of Swords pops in. People don't like this. I feel like this is a lot less comfortable than when it was static. Like, people weren't happy, I feel, when the Eight of Swords was here. Like, they felt like they didn't have any wiggle room. They felt very confined, very stuffy. But it worked out. They didn't like feeling stuffy. They didn't like feeling confined. So change came around the bend. All right, change is going along, but now we got to adjust things because things aren't as successful as they need to be. So those adjustments are happening. People are not happy with that. They don't like it. I feel like they prefer to go back to the way it was than have these changes, but now it's too late. I feel you were just still rolling with it. You're just like, hey, got to roll with it now. We're just kind of moving forward with it now. I feel the Five of Pentacles at the end is like the situation is not as good as it was. I feel like people were not happy when they felt like very stifled and confined, but things worked out very well. People weren't happy with that. But I feel like where this ends up is they're not happy. They're less happy than what they were. They're feeling like they have less than they had before. They feel like they had less. They end up feeling like they had less. They have less. They end up with less than they had. They should have been happy with what they had, because they do end up with less. For you, I'm getting the healing and the friendship here. I don't feel you being upset with the situation. You still seem to be rolling with it. Kind of like, I don't know, you got the friendship with the healing. You seem to be dealing with people, talking with people. I actually see you standing in a position and actually of power, to be honest. Looking at this like, well, at this moment people don't like where it is. They wish it was back the way it was. That might be possible. That may be possible farther down the line. You may be able to revert it to where it was. Is that true? For some of you. You may be able to revert it back. Or at least take it in a direction where you'll have more control. Or definitely have a direction of more control. You may be able to have more control down the line, is what I'm getting. That seems to be what they're really pushing. Some of you, yes, can bring it back to what it was. Others of you will have definitely a lot more control. People will listen to you a lot more closely when you say this is how it has to be. People will stand by you. People will stand more strongly or more supportive with you, because it was better when it was more restrictive. They got a lot more out of the situation and they weren't happy with it, and now they ended up with less. So I feel like you're gaining a lot of support here because people are like regretting forcing a change. So I feel like you're getting a lot more support in the long run because of this whole situation. Are we good? All right, I think we got there. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.